My sister, Gerda, runs the mill in Riverwood, just up the road. I'm sure she'd help you out. It's probably best if we split up. Good luck. I wouldn't have made it without your help today. My sister, Gerda, runs the mill in Riverwood, just up the road. I'm sure she'd help you out. It's probably best if we split up. Good luck. I wouldn't have made it without your help today. You know... Seriously? You don't know? That was Ulfric Stormcloak himself. Oh, right. They said you were captured crossing the border. Still, I'm surprised you haven't heard of Ulfric. He's our leader. The leader of the Stormcloaks. I was assigned to Ulfric's guard. We were on our way to Darkwater Crossing in the south of Eastmarch. The Imperials were waiting for us. As pretty an ambush as I ever saw. We were outnumbered 5 to 1 at least. Ulfric ordered us to stop fighting. Didn't want us all to die for nothing, I guess. I thought they were taking us south to Cyrodiil. Parade us in front of the Emperor. But then, we stopped in Helgen. And you know the rest. Surely, even down in Cyrodiil, people have heard news of the war in Skyrim. The Nords are tired of spending our blood fighting the Empire's wars. And paying for the Empire's decadence with our taxes. Ulfric is our rightful High King. He's leading the fight to drive the Empire out of Skyrim, once and for all. I was the Imperials. Oh, I thought they were taking us south to Cyrodiil. What? Oh, hardly. I don't think even Ulfric could pull a dragon out of his pocket. Lucky for us it attacked when it did, eh? I wasn't looking forward to getting a shave from the Imperial headsman. Damn right. Just like all true sons of Skyrim should. You should come to Windhelm with me and join the fight to free Skyrim. You've seen the true face of the Empire here today. If anyone will know what the coming of the dragon means, it's Ulfric. Well, maybe not. Dragons haven't been seen in Skyrim for an age or more. But wherever that dragon came from, and whatever it wants, Ulfric will get to the bottom of it. You can count on that. Besides, you have your own score to settle with the Empire now. And with that dragon. I hope so. Skyrim needs people like you to fight for her freedom. Come on, you'd better get moving. You know, you should go to Windhelm and join the fight to free Skyrim. You've seen the true face of the Empire here today. If anyone will know what the coming of the dragon means, it's Ulfric.
Okay, right here at this log, there's a bandit camp that if you come back up this road, you can get. I can't get it now because I'm almost at max weight. But after I get done in Riverwood, I will come back here. So I just need to remember to go out of the town. All I gathered in here. Go out of the town where it says Helgen, Riverwood, and Falkreath. Take the right path and go till I see the stump with the mushrooms on it.
See that ruin up there? Bleak Falls Barrow. I never understood how my sister could stand living in the shadow of that place. I guess you get used to it. These are the Guardian Stones. 3 of the 13 ancient standing stones that dot Skyrim's landscape. Go ahead, see for yourself.
Stealth, magic, and basically battle. I normally take the warrior sign.
Warrior, good. Those stars will guide you to honor and glory. Remember, this isn't Stormcloak territory. If we're ahead of the news from Helgen, we should be fine. As long as we don't do anything stupid. If we run into any Imperials, just let me do the talking, alright?
Okay, you can kind of see there's salmon jumping in this waterfall over here on my left. You can catch them. This is one of the ways to get what's known as salmon roe. One of the other ways is to build your own fish pond, supposedly, although I have not had that work. And the other way is if you build a kitchen, there will be some that will respawn in that kitchen. It makes a very expensive water breathing potion, so it can raise your alchemy up pretty good. It requires, I believe, a Nordic barnacle, salmon roe, and garlic. But we will go over potions and stuff that you can make for money later. This is pretty boring.
I'm glad you decided to come with me. We're almost to Riverwood.
If you wade in the water, let's go over here and get this. We now have these things called brook bass. We didn't used to have them. They're a food source. But you can catch brook bass in here if you can get down enough. You can kind of skim under the water, and then you'll see these little fishies here. You are gonna want fish, these little bastards. Try and get quite a few of them, because they are necessary for the potions that you're gonna be making later on. And now I'm overloaded, because I got one too many brook bass. So we're just gonna go over here. Oh, so slow. Anyway, so yeah. And we have escaped Helgen. And now we're gonna go up here. And here where Carter is going to be.
Are you hurt? What's happened?
Is there somewhere we can talk? There's no telling when the news from Helgen will reach the Imperials.
Helgen? Something happened. You're right. Follow me. Hod, come here a minute. I need your help with something.
In a second.
What is it, woman? Sven drunk on the job again?
There he
Hod,
is.
just come here.
Rayloff, what are you doing here?
The Dawn Guard is looking for anyone willing to fight against the growing vampire menace. What do you say? We're vampire hunters. We search out and destroy those blood-sucking scum wherever we find them.
Uncle Rayla, can I see
You're not paying attention then, like almost everyone else around here. Haven't you heard that the Hall of the Vigilance was destroyed by vampires? They never took the threat seriously, and now they paid the price. The Vigilants mostly hunt down Daedra worshippers, which is why they got torn to pieces when they went up against vampires. That's why our leader, Isran, is re-establishing the Dawn Guard. Real, serious vampire hunters.
Don't worry, Uncle Rayla. I won't let those soldiers sneak
Ha!
up on you.
Isran's going to like you. Go talk to him at Fort Dawn Guard, southeast of Riften. He'll decide if you're Dawn Guard material.
I can't remember when I last slept. Where to start? Well, the news you heard about Ulfric was true. The Imperials ambushed us outside Darkwater Crossing. Like they knew exactly where we'd be. That was 2 days ago now. We stopped in Helgen this morning, and I thought it was all over. Had us lined up to the headsman's block and ready to start chopping.
The cowards!
They wouldn't dare give Ulfric a fair trial. Treason for fighting for your own people. All of Skyrim would have seen the truth then. But then, out of nowhere, a dragon attacked.
You don't mean a real, live...
I can hardly believe it myself. And I was there. As strange as it sounds, we'd be dead if not for that dragon. In the confusion, we managed to slip away. Are we really the first to make it to Riverwood?
Nobody else has come up the South Road today, as far as I know.
Good. Maybe we can lay up for a while. I hate to put your family in danger, Gerda, but...
Nonsense. You and your friend are welcome to stay here as long as you need to. Let me worry about the Imperials. Any friend of Raylof's is a friend of mine. Here's the key to the house. Stay as long as you like. If there is anything else you need, just let me know.
I'm taking everything from you.
There is something you could do for me. For all of us here. The Jarl needs to know if there's a dragon on the loose. Riverwood is defenseless. We need to get word to Jarl Balgruuf in Whiterun to send whatever troops he can. If you'll do that for me, I'll be in your debt.
Thanks, sister. I knew we could count on you.
I'm glad to help any way I can. Jarl Balgruuf? I don't mean to be disrespectful as he's ruled Whiterun Hold well for years, but he seems in over his head now. He's been trying to stay out of the war, but it can't last. He's going to have to pick a side. I'm afraid he's going to make the wrong choice. I wouldn't say that. But he and Ulfric have been at odds for years, and I'm afraid Balgruuf will end up siding with the Empire because of it. But it's hard to believe that even Balgruuf would choose Elisif over Ulfric. Of course, Ulfric's cause is just. It's time for Skyrim to rid itself of the Empire. The Empire may have been good for Skyrim once upon a time, but those days are long past. Banning the worship of Talos was the last straw. Thalmor everywhere, dragging people off for honoring our own gods. I'm glad Raylof is helping drive them out of here. If I was a bit younger, I might have joined the fight myself. I suppose she's Jarl Elisif now. She married High King Turug just before Ulfric killed him. The Empire supports her claim to be High Queen. I don't really have anything against her. Not her fault that her husband Turug was bought and paid for by the Empire. But she's nothing but a puppet for the Empire now, with her husband Turug dead. Ulfric will make sure she never takes the throne as High Queen. Some say murdered, but it was a lawful challenge in the old way. Ulfric called him out as a traitor to Skyrim and killed him in single combat. If Turug couldn't defend his throne, he had no business being High King. No, not until the moot meets to choose another, and it won't meet until one side or the other wins the war. Don't worry, though. Ulfric is our rightful High King. He'll drive out the Empire, and Skyrim will have peace at last. And by supplies, I suppose you mean weapons and armor? Alvor can help you out. He's our blacksmith. It's my mill. Some folks thinks it's my town too, but it ain't. The Jarl in Whiterun owns the land and the town. I just pay the taxes. Cross the river and then head north. You'll see Whiterun on its hill as you pass the falls. Like I said, I'm glad to help in any way I can. Help yourself to whatever you need within reason. I'll see you later.
Don't worry about me. I know how to lay low.
Okay, so we're already overloaded, so it doesn't matter. I can pick up a few more little things while I'm walking around here. And then we're going to get started on all the stuff that you can do here in Riverwood.
You're pretty, I'll give you that. Just stay away from my husband, Alvar.
Don't kill a chicken. I don't know what it is about chickens in here. You could slaughter somebody in the middle of the street and they're going to get upset, but you kill a chicken and the entire town will come after you like you just slaughtered their leader.
Orgnar. Orgnar, are you listening?
Hard not to.
The ale is going bad. We need to get a new batch. Did you hear me?
Yep, ale's going bad.
I guess you
We
don't
got
eat
rooms
potatoes
and
in your
food.
ears after all.
Drink, too.
Just make sure
I
we get a
cook.
fresh batch
Ain't
of
much
food.
else to tell. Long as you clean up. You know how to use it, right? Mix a couple of ingredients together, see what happens. A little wheat and blisterwort makes a healing potion, if you didn't know. We have plenty of ingredients for sale, too. Let's sate that appetite, hmm? Here, take a look at this. Some of the Jarl's men came by and left this bounty letter. There have been whispers. A boy up in Windhelm, name of Aventus Aretino, been trying to contact the Dark Brotherhood. Lucan at the Riverwood trader had his store broken into the other night. Oddly enough, barely anything's been stolen. Have you seen that shrine of Azura? They say the Dark Elves built it after they fled from Morrowind. Sight to see. Some fool is opening a museum in Dawnstar. They say he's paying people to collect artifacts from that old mythic Dawn cult. Nobody trusts those mages way up north in their college. Gods only know what they do up there. We've got something of a love triangle here in Riverwood. Faendal and Sven, both vying for Camilla's affections. Looking to blow yourself up? I hear that's what magic does to you. There's a college in Winterhold that teaches magic, unless that blew up too.
You're that visitor been poking around.
So.
We got rooms and food. Drink too. I cook. Ain't much else to tell.
I'm the innkeeper. It's my business to keep track of strangers.
When I said that being the level that you would be when you come out of Helgen, whatever level you choose to be, if you choose to be 50 or more, at level 80, the Ebony Warrior will show up at the first major town that you go to, Whiterun or something like that. You really don't want to mess with him. I don't give a shit what level you are when you come out of Helgen. You do not want to mess with that boy. He is very painful. And they decided to up his HP and make him a little more of an asshole, so it made it even better. The quests that are available in every city become available at once. So the quest that I just got from the barkeep may not be available for a level 10 or a level 20. They may only be a level 50 quest, but because I'm a level 50 quest, or I'm over 50, I'm going to get that quest from him. So it negates the need for going to Whiterun and doing everything you can do there, and then go to Markarth and do everything you can do there, and then go back to Whiterun and see if you can do anything new there, and then go back to Markarth and see if you can do anything new there. Yes, it eliminates the need for you to go back to these towns as far as doing quests. But there are going to be things that you can do. You can go back in there and do like the one guy did. Get your pickpocket up there and go back and test your pickpocketing skills. Go to all the cities and start picking stuff off people and raising your pickpocket skills. You can pickpocket back the stuff that you gave them for a quest. Some will show back up, like the sword that gets given to the Jarl does not. And there are some other ones that you can't get back. But for the most part, you can, and you can find some interesting stuff pickpocketing things off people. Some love notes, funny jewelry, things like that. So it's worthwhile to go back to those cities once you're done. And it's good to have those cities to go back to trade goods and stuff like that while your speech is still low, and when you're looking for stuff to do the Hearthfire expansion and that type of crap. So that is what I meant by there are going to be benefits and there are going to be drawbacks to this. Yes, it's going to simplify a lot of things because you can literally go into the town and get all the quests in that town. Right then. You don't have to do them all, but you can get them all. And then you can move on and go do that. And that's how I do it. That does not mean that's how you're going to do it, but this is how I prefer to do it. So, with that being said, we're going to continue going through everything that's in Riverwood. The innkeeper will always have work. So you can always come back to them and talk to them and get more work. Right now I'm going to be, quote, wasting a lot of things. This is to help raise up my alchemy and to help me find other things that these ingredients do. So like blisterwort is showing as an unknown, I'm going to take one of them. And I'm going to take a blue mountain flower. And I'm going to go down here and get me a piece of wheat. And this makes a fortify health potion. And then I literally just start going down the line and mixing things. If it makes a potion, great. If it doesn't, oh well. Because for every one that it does make, I get more information, and it helps my alchemy skill, and it can get me a little bit of money. Some make potions, but they're not worth much. And now we're down to where we don't have anything. Okay. Now to go get rid of some of this crap. And the apples and stuff don't necessarily have any value, but because potions are expensive and you don't have a lot of money in the beginning, even though they add weight, it is a good idea to try and have some food on you.
A dragon! I saw a dragon!
What? What is it now, Mother?
It was as big as the mountain and
So
black
that you
as night.
can
It
eat
flew
them
right
if you
over
have
the
to
barrel.
in a
Dragons now,
battle.
is it? If you keep on like this, everyone in town will think you're crazy.
Anyway.